How do you recover from a near-death experience, especially at a young age? Or I don't even know. Does it even matter how old you are? But how do you recover from a near-death experience? Is that even possible? Like, do you ever recover? Or is it just meant to be that way? Like, was that just the hard lesson that you needed to learn? That amount of trauma? Was that the only possible way to grow? And I'm going to be sharing a bit of my near-death experience. It's crazy to believe that it's already been like 2 years. When I was 19, I'm about to turn 21 on the 29th. But yeah, 2 years ago, I had a problem with my heart. And pretty much there had to be a procedure done on my heart. And it was crazy. If you guys saw the last video, or I think it was the one before that where I talked why I left Christianity. I pretty much explained how I got cut from the swim team because I was having problems with my heart and I couldn't get cleared. So, on my physical, so they end up, I can't get in the water anymore. And then after that, I get something sorted out with my heart because I had to sort something out with my insurance because Kaiser canceled my insurance because I turned 18. Blah, blah, blah. Then I get on that free governmental health care, the one they fucking give to like fools who are fresh out of prison and shit. So I'm on that. Then my appointment finally comes up. This was like, I want to say it wasn't November, but I remember it was, no. Was it November? No, yes, it was November. It was the last day of November. I remember this. It was the last day of November. I remember it so vividly because I remember even after I just died, the day after that, I went to meet this chick that I thought I was going to be in love with, obviously, and didn't end up that way, but I'll get to that. And then I remember a couple days before that, I had met Chino Grande, and I was like hanging out with my tia. I think first I'll probably get into the actual, like, how it went at the hospital, then probably talk about what happened with that girl, then probably backpedal to where I met Chino Grande because that was a pretty crazy story too. But so I have a problem with my heart where it's like I have extra heartbeats, and unfortunately I still have that problem because if you put two and two together, not everything went perfectly well in this procedure, or else I would not have that problem anymore, or else I wouldn't have never experienced a near-death experience. And I don't know how near death I was because I was under anesthesia. But at the same time, it's like if you're telling me you do a procedure, you get a procedure done on your heart, a very vital organ, and something goes wrong, that's like pretty close to death if you ask me. I mean, some people may disagree, whatever. So the problem I have with my heart is called SVT. I forget, I don't know. It's like a super long name, but the thing is that I've always had this problem, but it's like kind of continuously got worse. And pretty much I finally go to the hospital after having met Chino Grande. It was a highlight of my week. Little did I know I was about to go through a whole lot worse. And so actually, yeah, I do have a lot to say about Chino Grande. Not Chino Grande as a person, but that day was just a very, very good learning experience that I'm sure you guys can learn something from, because at the end of the day, it's not about me. It's about you watching and what you can learn from watching this video. But anyways, so we get to the hospital. I'm with my dad. He drops me off. It's super early in the morning. And yeah, I think I have some sort of PTSD or something, because it's a lot. I develop like a twitch when I try to sleep. I develop like kind of like a moan when I try to sleep. Not like a moan, like a sexual one, but like I'm trying to like get out of like wake up. And so it's like when I think about the hospital again, it's like kind of does something to me. It's like hard to be in a hospital now. But I remember the first, damn, this is gonna be, wow, this is gonna be hard to talk about. I didn't even really think about this. First thing that happens is they put the IVs in me, and the IVs are the ones that they put like right here and right here. And these aren't normal needles. I've never had these on. These aren't normal needles. They're like tubes, and they bend and fucking turn, and they just stay there in your fucking arm, bro. And like, I genuinely want to start tweaking out right now just thinking about it. But I'm trying to keep my composure for the camera. But they put those in, I start crying. I don't know why, I just did. Like, I just started crying like a little bitch, to be honest, because I don't know why I was crying, but I was. And then they're like, okay, we finally put the anesthesia on you. They start rolling me into another room, and then all of a sudden, the whole fucking room just starts spinning. I'm just like, oh shit. Whole room starts spinning, and I'm just like asleep now. Pretty much what they did, and this is going to be so hard for me to say because I hate thinking about this because it makes my body cringe, but they put needles like literally in my groin, like right above my nuts, pretty much. Not needles, they put tubes and cables through your groin, like on this side, all the way to your heart. And pretty much in this procedure, what they need to do is intentionally increase your heart rate to see what's causing that extra heartbeat. And now in this procedure, I'm just there. I'm asleep. All I remember was at one point, I don't know which one happened first, but like you go in and out of it sometimes, like you wake up briefly. And then I remember one time I briefly remember very vaguely, I was holding the nurse's hand, like, cause she was holding my hand for whatever reason, like kind of like gripping my hand. I felt, well, first it felt like a dream. It was so vague and weird, but I just felt a hand go like this, and I kind of just gripped it. And after that, I wake up a second time. Somebody wakes me up. I open my eyes because I'm under anesthesia. I open my eyes very briefly, and now all the nurses and doctors are in a circle around me. And I'm like, what the fuck? And so the doctor next to me that woke me up, he's like, hey, like, you need to be quiet. You keep making noise. And I'm just like, what? And then I just fall back asleep because I'm drugged up. And then, so now I finally start coming back to consciousness. And as I'm coming back to consciousness, I'm just like saying shit. I'm like, man, fuck this place. Because I was like, the entire time I'm like, and I'm like moving and like trying to get out of it. But at the same time, I'm like cussing out the whole hood. I'm like, man, fuck this hospital. This is some bullshit. What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with this? And then I remember the doctor tells me, he's like, hey, and I'm still not all there. And he's like, hey, yeah, your procedure was a failure and blah, blah, blah. And you could come back. And I'm like, bro, I'm not fucking coming back to this shit. What the fuck? This is causing more damage than it is good to me, bro. Like, I'm traumatized. Like, well, obviously at that very moment, I didn't know that how bad or how severe everything was, but which I'll explain in a bit. But, and I'm still not all there. Like, I'm still just like, man, fuck this place. This is so fucking stupid. And I'm just saying a bunch of random shit. And then as I'm getting more closer to consciousness, I just start staying quiet, and I'm just like sitting there. and I'm just feeling like shit. And I finally get out, get to the dock, get out, get into the truck. First thing that happens is my dad starts busting my fucking balls. I'm like, bro, can you please just drive the truck? Like, I just want to go home. This is so fucking retarded. Why the fuck are we arguing right now? I practically could have fucking died in there, and you want to sit here and argue like there's no point, bro. And then whatever, I'm not going to say too much. That stays between me and him. But then we finally get home. The anesthesia must have had some long lasting effect on me, because I still, like, even for like maybe about a week, I still felt kind of like, not really dizzy, but like probably like uncoordinated. And so that happens. That night I go to sleep. I just feel like shit. And as I'm trying to sleep, once I go back to sleep, I start making those noises again. I'm like, and then I start shaking too, very randomly at times, like trying to snap out of it. And I'm just kind of like, I'll shake, like, or not shake, but sometimes I'll just like keep moving, like I'm trying to wake up, but I'm not even asleep yet. And then, so yeah, it was kind of a struggle to fall asleep. I finally fell asleep. I wake up at like 1 a.m. to a red fucking flashlight. A red flashlight. Somebody goes into my room with a red flashlight, and I wake up. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? And then it's my dad. And he's all like, then he just starts talking shit. He's like, what the fuck? I was just trying to check on you. Why the fuck would you fucking tell me to get out of your room? Why the fuck would you talk to me like that? I'm like, bro, I thought I was getting raided by the fucking feds. Like, why the fuck are you in here with a red flashlight, bro? Like, okay, you could check on me, but bro, I thought I was about to get fucking swatted by the CIA, fucking FBI. Like, holy shit, bro. That shit scared the fuck out of me. And on top of that, like, it's the anesthesia. So I'm like tripping. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I thought fucking Satan was about to fucking kill me or some shit. Fucking kidnap me. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, bro, why the fuck would you use the red flashlight, bro? Like, what the fuck? But yeah, and then we got into a big fucking argument. I just fucking go back to sleep. I'm like, whatever, I don't give a fuck. The next day, and I remember I had been talking to this girl. I won't say her name for privacy, but I'd been talking to this girl, very sweet girl, who actually, like, my homie threw the lob with her, which means like, well, that's something we say in Pasadena, which means like he hooked it up with her. And she had an interest in me, bullshit. But anyways, I had just practically almost died that day. And I wasn't supposed to drive, but I drove to PCC to meet this chick because I'd been talking to her for a boom minute. She was very, very pretty, had very pretty eyes. Fat ass, of course. And I meet her, but keep in mind, I'm not like myself. I feel like shit. I'm not thinking straight. I'm just not 100% there, and I couldn't really. So I was just kind of like dry. But I let her know too, like, hey, like, I just had a fucking procedure done. I feel like shit right now, but I still want to meet you. And we met, and it goes cool, whatever. We just talk. I'm like, oh yeah, so are we gonna go on another date or whatever? She's like, yes, of course. Bullshit. She ends up just leading me on after that, and I'm just like, hey, you know what? Like, because at this point in time, I had already been around enough women to realize when one is leading me on. So I'm just like, obviously back then, I hadn't had my glow up yet. This was like right before I started working out. So I'm just like, hey, like, it was nice meeting you. Just don't worry about it. Like, I'm cool. And I just left it at that. But I was just like, damn, like, I really still met this bitch after I almost fucking died. And I still got let on. Like, because I thought in my head that if I mean, if anything, I thought like I almost just died for her to like, and still met her. She would have been like, oh wow, like he still like really cares. Like, no, bro, like these women ain't shit. These women ain't shit. I'm telling you, man, they're not. And that's cool, whatever. I don't care. I felt like it was sad too, because it was like I was going through so much shit in my life. Okay, my bad. My shit cut out because I think it overheated because I'm over here sitting in the fucking car and shit. So, yeah, with that girl, things didn't end up working out because she led me on, and she just wasn't interested at the end. At the end of the day, you know, nothing wrong with her. Like, for example, if she was to see this video right now, I'm like, nah, like it's completely cool. That's like, I don't even blame you. I mean, I'm not even. I wasn't even. I didn't even have my glow up yet, and even to this day, I'm still not. I'm still not to where I'm supposed to be. Like, I know I still gotta get money. I know. Well, I mean, like me getting as far as physically, I mean, I can't because I have that problem with, you know, getting a colonoscopy and everything. But like I know I still have a lot to grow. So it's like I just wasn't. I just didn't make the cut. It's as simple as that. I'm not gonna put the blame on anybody else but myself. You know. So after that, and now this is. I wanted to backpedal to when I met Chino Grande. And when I met Chino Grande, it was a cool day, but meeting Chino Grande wasn't the highlight, actually. But I will still tell that story, though, for people who want to hear it. So, my tia, her name is Negra. Well, most people know her as Negra. I mean, her name's Christina, though. Obviously, I just call her tia. But she hosts a show called Indicted TV. Shout out to her and that show. And then she's actually married to LA Icon, which makes LA Icon my uncle-in-law. And they were going to interview Chino Grande on that show. And so they invited me to go because they know Chino Grande is like my favorite fucking rapper. So I'm like, all right, bet. Got out. I remember I was working at Macy's, got out of work early to go meet Chino fucking Grande. And I had just got the brand new size 44 silver 501s. Fucking cornstarch those motherfuckers. The motherfuckers were standing by themselves. And then I had the brand new black Stacy's, the brand new white tee. I went in there to meet Chino Grande. First thing Chino Grande said, he saw me and he was all like, damn, homie, busted out the Stacy's. Because even Chino Grande, even he looks like a cholo and he even talks like a fucking firme cholo. And okay, it sounds like I'm straight riding his dick right now, but he was cool as fuck though. Chino Grande, a very solid dude, cool guy, a very stand-up person. And so he was cool. He signed all the CDs I had of his, and after meeting him, that day, because every time I hang out with my tia or Eric, LA Icon, like if I go help him film something, every time I go help him, we always like hang out afterwards, you know, at the house, and especially with my cousin Marlon. Hey Marlon, shout out to you, bro. I know you're gonna watch this, bro. I love you, bro. We hung out, and then I remember Marlon was still at work, and then me and my tia went to go pick up food. We went to go get like hamburgers, and I remember I put on a Chino Grande song for her. It's called I'm Yours by Chino Grande. It's like a love song, and she liked the song and whatever. And then as I'm sitting in the car with her, something very like strange occurred to me, because I had always, like around my tias, I had always like felt strangely about them, and I was never really able to put it into words or know exactly or understand exactly what it was. But it occurred to me at this very moment as I'm sitting in the car with my tia. I was like, huh, this must be what it's like to have a mom. Sometimes it's easier not to cry, especially when you're sitting in front of a camera or sitting in front of other people. But when you're all alone by yourself and everything hits you all at once and you look at that picture and it takes you back in time, then that's when everything hits you at once. But I just remember thinking that, like, wow, this must be what it's like to have a mom. Like, you just go get hamburgers and show you a song. And I think, I don't know, strangely enough, if I ever did have a mother figure, it would probably be her. Because I don't know, even though I grew up with my grandma was never really like a mother like a mom, you know? Like, it was always my grandma, you know? But I don't know. But yeah. So it's a crazy feeling. And I mean, I just realized, well, if this is your first like video you've seen of me, if you guys don't know, my mom passed away a long ass time ago when I was 7 years old from colon cancer. That's why I said that about me getting a colonoscopy, because I have to get checked for it too. And I remember yesterday, actually, I was going through some old pictures, and that's why I said that about it hits you all at once you're by yourself. And it's just you versus you, because I saw a picture of her when I was a baby and she was kissing me. We were on the beach and I turned the picture around and then it had her handwriting on it. And I just started crying. But it is what it is. And like I said, this video is not about me. This video is about you guys, what you guys can learn from it. And I think the number one thing that I took away from this experience, almost dying, and all of that, when I tell you, like, I have PTSD now, like, that changed me. It's hard for me to sleep at night. It's hard for me to wake up. It's hard for me to fall asleep. That is what, at the end of the day, and this is the answer that nobody wants to give you, this is the cold truth of reality that nobody wants to face ever, but the truth is that that was what was required to build character in me, to build me and make me into a man. I am a strong believer that only trauma builds a man. No woman or any of that could turn a boy into a man. Like, a woman births a boy, but trauma is what's going to turn him into a man. So if you ever find yourself and you're about to die, I'm a strong believer that I'm not going to die unless it's my time to go. Unless God says it's my time to go. But you also have to understand, and everything happens for a reason, and you have to understand that at that very moment is happening for a reason. Like, yeah, your case might be different than my case, but at the end of the day, God wants to build you into a man. Because after all, what fucking boy doesn't want to become a man? Like, what the fuck, are you scared or what? You scared of becoming a man? Don't fucking run from it. Obviously, don't go looking for it. Like, don't go to TJ to Hong fucking Kong and get fucking kidnapped and wake up with your kidney missing. But all I know is if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And if it happens to you, it was most likely meant to be. And if you're that person right now, you almost died, whatever the cause may be, one of two things are going to happen. Either you're going to die if you let it, if you fucking back down like a bitch, or that shit's gonna put you above everybody else. You're gonna have the advantage over everybody else, you know. When I grew up, I was the shyest kid. I was the quietest kid. I didn't have too many friends. I would sit alone at recess. I would sit alone at lunch. I had friends here and there, but then I would always lose them because, like, let's say we go to elementary, then we go to middle school, and everybody else like goes to different schools. But I didn't have friends like that. I wasn't, and then especially getting older, I wasn't good with women. I wasn't confident in myself. I wasn't confident in the clothes that I wore. But then you experience something like that, like almost dying, and when you experience that, you just start to look at everybody differently. You start to look at people differently. You start to look at things differently. And I'm going to be completely 1000% honest with you guys. When that happened to me, I never learned to take life, like not to take life for granted. I never like appreciated everything. I never started like appreciating things more because I think my level of appreciation was already there. But I just started looking at people differently. Like, for example, if I go into a fucking job interview, or if I go to confront somebody who probably did me wrong, I can look them in the fucking eye. Or let's say I'm about to do one or two of those things and I'm nervous. I could tell myself, I'm like, bro, do you know what the fuck you've been through? Do you know what the fuck you've been through? Bro, you almost just died and you still came out alive. Went to fucking work the next day too. Oh, I think the day after that. Went to fucking work the day after that too. And you're here. These people don't got shit on you. These people can't tell you they've been through what you've been through. Shit, I ain't better than everybody else, but I know I'm stronger than a lot of these motherfuckers out there. And a lot of these motherfuckers that want to say things about me. Motherfucker, you don't know me. You don't know what I've been through, bro. Man, I know what I've been through, and all of that was just to make me stronger. And everything I've been through is just, I went through it for my character, for my persona, because I'm my own person. Some people say they're gifted, some people say they're cursed. Me, I think being gifted and being cursed are just two sides of the same coin. There's no difference, really. We just give them two different words. Because, see, my mom was taken from me. That's like a curse. Most people would say that's a curse, but guess what? That forced me to be more mature, forced me to be stronger. So on the other side of the coin, it's a gift. So what's really the difference? But other than that, take it easy, guys. And you honestly, like, I can't even express how much I appreciate you guys that watch my videos. And it's like, I just appreciate you guys so much. But then again, at the end of the day, obviously I'm going to take these videos as far as I can. If I can make money out of it, if I can make a living about it, thank you. I would love to. But if I can't, at the end of the day, these videos just get 100 views. It's cool, because I know whoever needs to see this video will see it. Whoever needs to hear this message will hear it. And I hope that it finds you well. I hope that I was transparent. I hope I was very concise with my words. And it's just the cold truth. Like, people don't want to tell you, they want to sugarcoat shit nowadays, but That's what you need to go through. You need to go through things like that in life. It's just as simple as that. That's what's going to turn you into a man. That's what's going to make you a better person. Nothing else can do that for you. Even you watching this video right now, yeah, you can take my advice, but you're not going to learn your lesson until you actually go through it. Like I said in another video, you out there watching this right now, you have a very traumatizing day ahead of you. We all do. I know I have mine. But the question is, are you ready for that day? And honestly, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys appreciating me. And we'll keep in touch. And yeah, God bless you guys.